You're sitting with someone today that actually wants to make a difference because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees. Because they deserve a DA that won't put money in their own pocket when it should go to benefit children.
This was clearly lying.
Because we deserve better.
What is good, YouTube family? Yo, we got to talk about Fani Willis again. Fanny Pack Willis. Okay, she is in so much trouble. It's like her luck just cannot be on the up and up. She's just going downhill so fast. There's so many things happening on a day-to-day basis with her. Like, she's got multiple different investigations all over her, including at the local and state and federal level. Like, everybody's getting on Fani Willis's case, and she has multiple federal investigations on her. But now she's finally come out and admitted to basically having Nathan Wade be her lover or romantic partner, as she likes to call it. So I'm going to read this quick article from USA Today. Okay, Fani Willis admits to relationship with prosecutor. What does this mean for the case? So today, Fani Willis was required, it's Friday, Fani Willis was actually required on today, February 2nd, to basically respond to allegations in some form. Okay, now she has an official hearing on the 15th of February, but at least for now, she's off the hook. So needless to say, it's probably not going to be the most romantic night for her and Nathan on the 14th, because they got to get ready to do this big hearing on the 15th, or at least Fani Willis does. I'm not sure about Nathan, but I know Fani Willis does. So this says, Fulton County District Attorney Fani Willis on Friday acknowledged her romantic relationship with Special Prosecutor Nathan Wade, but she is not stepping down from the election fraud case against former President Donald Trump and 14 others because she has done nothing wrong. Of course she's going to say that. To be absolutely clear, the personal relationship between Special Prosecutor Wade and District Attorney Willis has never involved direct or indirect financial benefit. Really? I mean, literally the evidence is out there where even an average person like me can find out that that's a lie. I already did a video on that. Okay. So Willis said in a court filing, Willis did not say if the relationship was ongoing, which they probably don't have nothing else to do. So why the hell not? She asked Superior Court McAfee to summarily deny a motion by former Trump campaign official Michael Roman to have her, Wade, and the entire district attorney's office removed from the case, and to cancel a February 15th hearing on the controversy at which Willis and Wade may be called to testify. What do you mean may be called? Oh, they're definitely getting called. Y'all definitely getting called, and this hearing is not going to go away. There's too many allegations against y'all now. You saw the title and thumbnail. It's only getting worse and worse for you, Fanny. And ain't no canceling here. That same thing Trump said. He said, hey, you could cancel my case. You ain't canceling his case. So why would they cancel yours? So Donald Trump actually responded to this on the X platform. He says as following: Fani Willis, the DA of Fulton County, just admitted to having a sexual relationship with the prosecutor she, in consultation with the White House and DOJ, appointed to get President Donald J. Trump by going after the most high-level person in the Republican nominee. She was able to get her lover much more money, almost $1 million. It's about $650K that's the only record we could find of it. $650K, so it's probably more than that by now. Then she would be able to get for her prosecution of any other person or individual. That means this scam is totally discredited and over. And you know what? I'm keeping it 1,000 with y'all. I'm with Trump on this. I do think at this point it is over. Not only does she have to deal with the fact that people are questioning her credibility, like she has basically a countersuit against her to remove her from the position that she's in, she also has her entire office, instead of focusing on this and focusing on the Trump case and all of these other defendants, they got to also focus on that and trying to defend Fani Willis and getting like all of these requests from the local municipality level. They get requests from the state level and a bunch of requests from the federal government. So it's like there's just so much work and so much juggling is going to impact their ability to really handle the case properly and timely for all of these indictments, not to mention credibility. A lot of people are going to start wanting to kind of back away, like cue the Homer Simpson backing into the bushes meme, because they're going to feel like, well, if I stay on this, it's going to make me look like I'm stupid and I'm partisan and I'm guilty. So a lot of people just going to start abandoning her. But we got to move further into the story because it does not end there. You saw the title and thumbnail. So Fani Willis was busted red-handed. So she had a call with the individual that apparently was considered a whistleblower. And this person was saying, hey, we got a guy who is trying to misappropriate funds, misuse funds. This person took and recorded Fani Willis because she was smart. And I recommend everybody do stuff like this. If you find yourself in really hot seat, difficult types of situations where you know it's going to be he said, she said, and people threatening your jobs and all of this stuff, then you definitely got to protect yourself. So I'm going to let y'all take a look and see for yourself and judge for yourself what this recording has to say.
If you had to give me a sentence, what is the sentence theme?
Once I told him about his, respectfully and in an email, about his lack of leadership and the fact that he wanted to do things with grants that were impossible. And I kept telling him, like, we can't do that, and questioning stuff. He would take me off projects, tell people I wasn't doing what I was supposed to because I questioned him. Because I understood, I helped write that grant. I knew what was in that grant. He told everybody in front of Crystal, Deontay, everybody, we're going to get MacBooks, we're going to do that, we're going to get swag, we're going to use it for travel. I said, you cannot do that. It's a very, very specific grant. Took me off. I questioned Junior DA. There's kids in there from out of the county, all this. Took me off Junior DA. I did not want to do it. He made it look as if I wasn't doing what I needed to do because I questioned him. Because I knew for a fact Mr. Cuffey respectfully did not know what he was doing, period.
So I respect that is your assessment. It was clear to me that you and Mr. Cuffey were not getting along. And I'm not saying that your assessment is wrong. I want you to really listen to the words I'm saying.
Cuffey, and this is my personal opinion, to one woman to another, is dangerous to your administration. He tells people, when I reached out to you, he told me, oh, you think your word is safe? Exactly when you reached out to Miss Willis, she called me and told me, she tell me everything. So once you reach out to her, she's going to reach back out to me. So I didn't even go to HR because he put Dexter's name on my PDP, and I didn't even feel safe going to anybody.
Can I tell you something?
Mm-hmm.
I have 3 supervisors that have failed in this building. What's interesting to me, because I'm in a learning curve too, they each pretend to have a relationship with me that they do not have. Mm-hmm. I guess that's an intimidation tactic. Mm-hmm. I'm sorry that you felt that way, but Dexter certainly don't have no relationship with Michael Cuffey. You were safe to go those places.
I think at this point it goes without saying, Fani Willis is toast. This individual was fired somewhere around roughly a week later. Is that just another coincidence that we're just supposed to believe? Oh, everything's just coincidental with Fani Willis, including the fact that she claims in her court filing today that she and Nathan Wade's relationship started in 2022 and the Trump case started in 2021. However, Nathan Wade was hired and then he files for divorce the very next day.
I found it very interesting that Nathan Wade, evidently, according to the report I read, filed for divorce the day after he got this lavish $600,000+ contract for a job in which he had no experience. He had not done it.
Coincidence? Y'all were just friends, you say? Isn't it possible that Fani Willis is just flat out lying? No wonder she wants to get the case dismissed. If you're innocent of something, then I feel like, I mean, sure, you could say that, hey, let's just dismiss the case because it's foolish and it's basic. Why would we waste time? But you could also say, well, hey, I'm confident we go to trial. I'm going to win anyway, so who the heck cares? You know, Fani Willis doesn't exactly have everybody against her. The reason everybody's turning against her is because there appears to be so much evidence. I literally got evidence of her corruption in my previous thumbnail. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and react to this video from Fox where they basically talk in further detail about Fani Willis's corruption and some of the latest happenings with the case, some greater detail than I have to speak on. So let's get into it.
Fulton County DA Fani Willis has been subpoenaed by House Judiciary Chair Jim Jordan after he has tried 3 times to get her to respond to requests to turn over documents voluntarily. Now, the subpoenas for documents, not an appearance, related to the Fulton County DA's use and alleged misuse of federal funds. Now, Willis is under the microscope for her alleged improper romantic relationship with the special prosecutor she hired to lead the Georgia election interference case against former President Donald Trump. Willis is responding on Twitter, quote, "These false allegations are included in baseless litigation filed by a holdover employee from the previous administration who was terminated for cause. The courts have ruled," she said, "found no merit in these claims. We expect the same result in any pending litigation." Dagan.
So, of course, Fani Willis is going to say that. She's not going to admit, like, hey, well, of course I retaliated. I mean, obviously she's going to say that. Now, is this all alleged? You know, I want to put that out there. Yes, a lot of this stuff is alleged, and you could perhaps find counter evidence to other evidences presented, including a possibility of a record for that employee demonstrating that they were not meeting the requirements for the position. However, as you clearly could tell by the person, you could hear like fear in the person's voice. It sounded like her voice was cracking, like she's getting all emotional. And she said that the guy said, well, hey, if, you know, the second you say something, you know, Fani Willis just coming right back to me and telling me everything that you said. Now, I don't know why some dumb would say that, but it's probably because it's true, to be honest. I mean, I used to actually work at a job and I told someone not to go to HR with a lot of their problems because I was like, all right, see you later, because I already knew that the companies and a lot of these people, especially at the top, they look after their own. They're not looking after you. You know what I'm saying? That doesn't make any sense. Like, why would they care about you? They just fire you, get rid of you, hire somebody else. I mean, the guy didn't really have a whole lot of sense. And to be honest with you, I still kind of know this guy. We're somewhat in the same career circle, and he still doesn't have a whole lot of sense. And that was like 10 years ago.
And she stands accused of using part of an almost $500,000 federal grant allocated for the purpose of helping at-risk youths for, and this is what is, quote, alleged frivolous, unrelated expenses, including MacBooks and clothes and travel, in part during this alleged illicit affair. She says everything was above board.
But there's an upcoming date. It's February 15th, where Fani Willis and Nathan Wade, they've been subpoenaed to testify at a hearing involving motions to disqualify them from the election interference case.
And this dummy had a nerve to try to dismiss the fact that they have a hearing on the 15th. I'm like, you can't dismiss, like you can't just dismiss that, right? It has actual merit to it. Now they found out that you do have a romantic relationship because you have admitted to that. You know you can't hide it anymore. So if that's the case, you go ahead and have a hearing. Maybe they dismiss the charges after that. But to say, hey, let's not have the hearing, you just don't want people to dig deeper. That's what it is. You don't want people to dig deep like Nathan's doing. But let's keep going.
So a lot more will be on display, one would think, in a matter of days.
Yeah. And here's the thing. She's also accused, Raymond, of firing a whistleblower from her office over the same issue, which you heard her earlier say, you know, it was for cause. For anyone thinking to themselves, this is just Georgia and we shouldn't care, please note that part of their requests for documents include showing her use of funds from the Department of Justice, office programs, Office of Juvenile Justice, Delinquency Prevention, Office of Community-Oriented Policy and Services. There's so many. The point is, yes, everyone, your tax dollars are going to this specific person and this specific office in Georgia.
Well, and how were they used? I mean, look, she's got multiple things she's fighting off, and Dagan's right. The biggest, it is really the hearing of whether these two people are qualified to continue the prosecution of Trump. That is really the more important case because of the egregious spending of federal funds being essentially laundered through this prosecutor slash boyfriend who booked trips for her and she paid an exorbitant fee to, and she booked him. She gave him a contract to do this job with no oversight from the Fulton County commissioners or the council. That also is a no-no. She did it on her own authority. There's so many problems with Fani Willis and the way this has been conducted, but it's going to come out, and I'm glad Jim Jordan's requesting these documents. We need to see it all. Full transparency.
Facts.
3 times the charm, though, Lisa, because she hasn't complied with the prior 2. So we'll see. She maintains that these funds have been used efficiently and above board, again, to make Fulton County a safer, more just place. That remains to be seen.
Well, it just underscores what hypocrites the left truly are, right? So she's going after Trump, calling him crooked, calling him unethical, and then look at her. You know, she's hiring her alleged lover, making $650,000, $250 an hour, when he has no felony prosecution experience, no RICO experience, but he does have experience apparently banging her lover. So I guess that's enough
Banging
for her.
that thing out,
and
baby.
it's the same thing with Democrats saying that Trump is a threat to democracy, Republicans are a threat to democracy, and then removing Trump from the ballot and also using lawfare and the weaponization of government to try to take him down. So they are just such hypocrites.
Yeah, see, it doesn't feel good, does it, Fani Willis? It don't feel good, huh? I mean, I ain't talking about what Nathan's doing. I'm talking about the court stuff, in case I wasn't clear. Okay, this lady's cooked. Okay, she's cooked. Like, stick a fork in her because she's done. It's over. She's not coming back from this. Here's the thing about this, and this is why she should recuse herself and really give the case to somebody else. First off, she's not going to do it because obviously she's selfish and she doesn't really care about probably anything but herself. So she's definitely not going to do it. But the reason she should is because, again, there's going to be so much reputational damage from this. Let's say that the courts decide that, okay, it's fine, whatever. We're just going to pretend and ignore all of this, and we're just going to let you proceed with the case. Now there are so many people against her, and there's so much just negative chatter that is already damaged her reputation. It's already caused irreparable damage. It's like a guy being accused of grape. Sometimes you just can't come back. Okay, like it doesn't matter if you're innocent, which she's not, obviously, but even if she was, it would be a lot of trouble for her and a lot of people involved to try to basically prove her innocence and deal with the Trump case and all of these requests. Is probably going to be some more stuff, especially once this hearing comes on the 15th. So be on the lookout for that video on the 15th. Be on the lookout, because I noticed that she's cooked, and she's probably going to get, she going to go from cooked to well done. She about to be burnt. She about to be darker than me. Like, she about to be all the way just, I can't describe how cooked she is. This is very sad. And I hate to see the sister go down the way she is, but I really feel like you just should have thought about it before you took on such a massive fraudulent case to begin with, trying to take, in my opinion, a guy who is an innocent man down just for political and career reasons. Think about this. You got a lot of people who are in attorney and judge positions, really a lot of people in the legal system who are willing to send innocent people to jail. A lot of people do it on a regular basis just because they want to boost their career. They want to win the case. They want to win their defense case or their prosecution case. These people are crooked. They can't be trusted. And Fani Willis is one of them. She bit off more than she could chew. She tried to go after MAGA, and she got hit with the clapback. Okay, you did it to yourself. If it wasn't for this, her situation will be fine. And like I said before, I'll say it again, the irony here is that she's trying to lock up Trump, but turns out she might be the one who ends up getting locked up. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate y'all watching the Black Anomaly Rising channel. I'm out.
Because they deserve a DA that won't have sex with his employees.